Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm T and this is my YouTube channel, Crump's Tea and Sewing. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the newly released spring collection from Simplicity. So this is the 2023 spring collection. If you haven't had an opportunity to look at the early spring collection, I'll put the link in the description box below. You could go over and check out the early spring, but this is the spring collection, and I am excited to share with you my thoughts and a little bit about the features of the pattern, and also share some designer inspo as well. So I had the opportunity to go throughout this collection and look at all of the features and also the description of each pattern. And I have to say, even though a lot of these patterns ranked low on my polls over on Instagram, I am a little bit surprised because some of these are trending and they are within the trend of 2023. So throughout the video, I'll share with you some of the designers and also the trends that are within some of these patterns. And you can see some of the images and things like that. And maybe that will help you to have a more open mind about some of these patterns, because I do think that they are trendy and they will look good with the right fabric. So with all of that said, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video and talk about these patterns. So if you're interested in the top that I am wearing, this is the Know Me pattern ME2013 by Brittany J. Jones. I'll put the link to my full pattern review in the description box below, and you can go over and check out all the variations that I have made. I made this top for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge last month that is hosted by the lovely Natita of So Natural Dane. I just really love this top. It is very versatile. The one that I'm wearing is of an animal print, and it has yellow, blue, and some purple highlights in the fabric, which I really like, on a white background, and you do have some black tones in it as well. So I really love this. Go ahead, do me a favor, check out my pattern review and leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this make. So let's talk about the spring 2023 Simplicity collection. So as I mentioned before, I am a little bit surprised by the polls, but hopefully with my review and also my inspiration pictures, you will change your mind on some of these. So let's start with the Simplicity S9745, which is a classic slip dress. I really like this. It comes in 3 different lengths. You have a slip dress with an open back, and also it comes in a mini, a knee length, and a floor length. So you get your 3 lengths. The straps are pulled through loops and tie at the back, and the dress includes invisible zipper closure that's at the center back. So I was really surprised that this actually ranked low, because this is just basically your basic slip dress. I think people were more maybe ranking this based on because they have probably seen something like this before, instead of actually looking at the actual silhouette of it, the classic chic and sleek design of it. But I really think that this is really fun. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can wear it with a nice pair of wedges, or you can wear it with some tennis shoes, or, you know, peep toe shoes. And that's what I love about slip dresses. You can really put your own spin on them, and you just can't go wrong in terms of styling. People sometimes like to cover these up with sweaters or denim jackets, even blazers. And so I really like the classic slip dress because it gives you like it's something that you can put in your wardrobe that is very versatile, and then also can be worn as a staple as well. So I really like this, and I think it will be really fun. Having that said, I do have several slip dress patterns in my own collection, and I won't be buying it. However, this would be a pattern that I would consider purchasing. Next, we have the Simplicity S9751 and the 9752. This is a pattern that, You have two different size groupings. So you have your plus size and you have your regular size. For your plus size, it's the 20W to 28W and 30W to 38W. And for your regular sizes, we're looking at 4 to 12 and 14 to 22. Again, this is another one that ranked really low. I'm not surprised because this is your basic pattern. And like I said, these are very beginner friendly patterns. And I think people were more looking for something different. But having that said, I think this is a fantastic beginner friendly pattern. It is your 1 hour sew. And so those individuals who are new to sewing or coming into sewing with virtually no knowledge of sewing, this is going to be perfect for them. So this pattern is Mrs. Knit skirts and pants in two different lengths. It's very easy. You have view A is an asymmetrical skirt. View B is a long skirt with a side slit. View C and D are flared pants with hip pockets. And you can purchase these in two different size ranges, as I said before. Now, I will be honest, the asymmetrical skirt, it's not my style. It's not my taste. However, I think you can do so much with the maxi skirt version, which is, what is this, view B. And then also for views C and D, those pants, you can, with the right fabric, just make a statement. I really, really think that those pants are going to be really great for those individuals who just want to sew something real quickly. And what I like about this pattern is, again, you can dress it up or dress it down. So you can use a really nice black and white abstract print, or you can use an animal print to bring some drama to your pants, because they have a flare. So the pants have a flare. And so with the right fabric, you could add more drama. And then also, if you want something really simple and easy, like say, for instance, you want something to work out in, or you just want something to lounge in, you can go that route as well. And so I think that this is a good pattern and it's very versatile. Like I said, you can dress it up or dress it down. And then I'll put some inspo pictures here from some of the designer companies that I have been looking at. And again, it is a trendy pattern. It's something that is trendy. And so just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at some of these patterns, that fabric choice is going to be key. And if you select the right fabric, I think most patterns are going to complement you, especially if you know how to size for your body. And I really think that this would be something that, again, would be really great for those of us who just want to sew something really easy and quick for comfort, or if you want something like, again, for style, you can definitely choose a fabric that will elevate this pattern. Next, we have the Simplicity S9757, which is another easy to sew pattern. Again, designed for your beginners and advanced beginners. Again, I really think people would benefit from just really thinking about fabric choices here. So although you're not seeing like fashion runway type styles on the front cover of these patterns, if you really think about your fashion, or if you really think about your fabric choice, that will help you to determine whether or not this pattern is going to be for you, depending on what kind of styles you like, and then also what kind of fabrics you like. So this particular pattern is a Mrs. Knit top and skirt in two different lengths. Very easy. Again, this is going to be like your 1 hour sew. You have skirts in sizes small to 2XL. Fitted tops have cap sleeves, high mock neckline, and optional ruched sides. The skirt with an elasticized waistband is it's a figure hugging type style, and comes in midi length with side slits, or a mini length with a ruched detail. Again, I really think that fabric choice is going to be key. Personally, if I were to purchase this pattern, I would do it for the skirt with the side slit. I think it would be cute in an animal print or some kind of abstract print, again, to elevate the pattern. It's very easy, and that's what I like about it for beginners. This next pattern is more of an advanced, or maybe an intermediate to an advanced pattern. It's a Mrs. dress pattern. It's the Simplicity S9742. The description says that we have button front dresses in 3 lengths with princess seams, inverted pleats, side seam pockets. View A has a collar, a yoke, and cap sleeves. View B have a short dress with straps. And view C is a halter dress that ties in the back. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. For view A, I just did not see the vision for that one. However, I will say that view B and C, these are more like your classic sundresses. However, it has princess seams, which I really love because you get a more fitted area for the bust, especially if you are working with patterns that don't have cup sizes. The princess seams are going to give you a really great fit. And so I really like that about it. And again, like I said, it's more of your classic sundress with buttons down the center front, which I think is really cute. I saw a few patterns on Shein, as well as some other sites that are selling similar sundresses for the spring this year. And I think that it's right on trend. So again, this is going to be a really great pattern for individuals who have the intermediate to advanced sewing skills. But again, I think that views B and C would be my choices. View A, I just don't see the vision for that one. The sizes for this pattern are 4 to 12 and 12 to 20. Now for the S9472, I did give you the size range for that. We do also have a plus size for that, and it is a 20W to 28W and 30W to 38W. So you do have an option to select those plus sizes as well. So again, love the sundress looks. Next is the Simplicity S9756, which is a Mrs. Relaxed Fit button shirt that has a collar, sleeves, and cuffs, and back yoke pleats. Pull-on pants have elastic waistband and self ties, and cropped fit halter top has cutout detail and an O-ring that connects in the center of the bodice with loops. So I like the pants because I am gravitating towards wide leg pants and loose fitting pants that are easy to sew. And I think that these would be really fun with, say, for instance, organza, or going back to my original statement about loud prints. If you select anything with a really large abstract design, or any type of polka dots, or any type of animal prints, those types of things, or even the pants that is showcased on the front cover, like a Hawaiian type print. Those types of prints are really going to elevate those basic designs, which I really love. And I really, again, have to keep going back to my original statement about fabric choice being key. So for that reason, I like this part of the pattern. However, for the halter top, it's just not something that I'm wearing personally these days. And then also looking at it and trying to be as objective as possible, looking at it on the model, I just don't see the fit working well for me anyway. For the view A, I don't have a problem with that particular view. The only thing that I am going to critique here is that we have seen a similar pattern in the early spring collection for Simplicity. And so I think it's just a little too soon to come out with a pattern that is really similar. I understand why they would put it into this collection, just to kind of elevate the style that they're going for here. However, we definitely, if we've already purchased the early spring shirt, button-up shirt from that collection, we necessarily don't need to purchase it in this collection if that's the only pattern that you're going for. But I do like the pants, and I would definitely give the pants a try if I didn't have something like this already in my wardrobe. The sizes for this are 10 to 18 and 20W to 28W. So you do get a little bit of a plus size there for this pattern. Here's another dress that if I would have gone by the polls, I probably would not have been interested in this dress at all. However, researching this style and looking at some of the designs that have come out for 2023, I think that this would have promise, especially depending on your fabric choice and the way that you sew the pattern. So this is the Simplicity S9746, which is classified as an easy to sew pattern. It is dresses that have elastic at the waist, gathers, and shoulder tie straps. View A has a V neckline. View B and C have one shoulder on the dress. Now, again, I've seen some very cute designer pieces that with the right fabric look really good with the one shoulder strap type dress. Me, myself, I would not be purchasing this. However, I do think that it is a fun pattern. I like the different tiers on the skirts, which I'm a tier person. I really love gathers and tiers, and I like volume, and I like really nice big skirts. And so for that reason, I would love to make something like this. But the one shoulder halter top thing is not my thing. However, I do think it is a cute design, and looking at a lot of the designs that have come out and the trends for 2023, I think that it is amazing. So I'll go ahead and put a few images here so you can see what they look like in different types of fabrics, so you can get an idea of how you can sew this pattern or use this pattern as a base to create something like these designer type inspirations that I am showing you here. Next, we have the Simplicity S9755, Mrs. Top, Skirt, Pants, and Shorts. Out of this collection, I like the pants and the skirt. I like the skirt because it's different. It has panels. You also have side slit pockets, and I think that they're really fun. You can definitely do like some color blocking or color matching. I thought about taking dark variations of like a jean denim and some light variations of jean denim and kind of playing with the two. You could do so much with these types of patterns because of the panels that you have. You can do stripe matching, just fun little things. And even if you don't particularly like the silhouette, you can still sew something like this just so that you can enhance your skills and your knowledge on how to work with different types of fabrics. And so I really like that element that this particular view provides. But I also like the pants as well. Like I said, I really am gravitating towards more wide leg pants, just simply because I feel like it will be more flatter figuring, especially with the little tabs and the little loops that are on the front of the pants there. I always love slanted pockets, and so I think that is really cute as well. Now, I will have to say for view D, this does remind me of the Vogue pattern. I can't remember the number. I think it's 1893 or something like that, 1898. It's a pattern that I am considering making. So for the shorts, it does remind me a little bit of that Vogue pattern. And so it is something that we are kind of seeing. And then also view A as well. We have a halter top in that same Vogue pattern. And so for those two pieces, I feel like it's something that we have seen before, but definitely for the skirt and maybe even the pants, I think that they are a little bit different and new. So anyway, let me go ahead and read the features and then also tell you the sizes. So this description says stylish front button crop top with straps and princess seams at the front and back. Skirt, pants, and shorts have center front seams and fly front zipper closure. Pants and shorts include belt with button details and patch pockets at the back. So again, I think for the skirt, I really would like to play with that and kind of see what I come up with. But for the rest of the pieces, I think we are seeing something similar. The white leg pants, I would be willing to give a try. Next, we have the Simplicity S9747, which is a duster pattern. And you have, let's see, four different variations, three different variations of a duster pattern. Again, did not rank very high on the polls over on Instagram. I think that this is, I mean, you can make it into what you want, really, because it's a duster pattern. I love that it has like this wrap skirt, this kind of wrap skirt silhouette, which I think is really fun. You have ruffles that go around the hem of the skirt, which is really fun as well, or a flounce. And you also have an option to do a shorter version. So you have a long duster and you also have an option to do a shorter version. Again, check out some of these designer inspo pictures and tell me what you think about creating something like this, especially, so the designer picture that I have seen is a really nice, beautiful duster. And I think it's either an abstract print or an animal print. Again, I'll put it here. And it's a matching set. So I think that having a duster with a matching set that is with the same fabric, like the pants or skirt, is the same fabric as the duster would really be a cute outfit. And I thought about, hey, you can take the Simplicity S9752, those pants and that pattern, and you can match it with this duster pattern, with this Simplicity S9747, and kind of create yourself this same duster set here. And if you don't like the wide leg pants, you can always taper those pants in and just have more of a straight leg pant. But I think, again, think about fabric choices. Think about how to create matching sets. Think about how you can style these garments, and what kind of accessories like your shoes or your earrings, your purses and bags, what can actually make these patterns come to life, because I really think that some of these patterns should be getting more credit than what we are giving them. So the description for this duster is it's in 3 lengths. You have a deep V neckline, lined bodice, tie front closure, and bust gathers. View A has a self-ruffle detail. View A and B have elastic at the sleeves, and view C has a long flared sleeve. So again, I would be willing to give this a try, especially view A. It reminds me of a Simplicity pattern that we have had circling around in the community for quite some time. And I'll share with you if I can remember the number, and then also find the pattern online. I don't know if it's still in print, but I'll put it here so you can see what it looks like. It reminds me of that pattern. However, this one has a little bit more to it. And so we are seeing, like, you know, a little bit more in terms of the flounce detail and all of that. And the shape is just a little bit different. So I do like it, and I think it's fun. And I think we should maybe give it a chance and think about some fabric choices there. The Simplicity S9748, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. I'll have to really think about my fabric choice on this one. I have been thinking about fabric choices and what I could actually do with this one, and nothing is actually coming to mind, really. I do like that it has like this peplum at the bottom there, which is usually really figure flattering for me, giving me this illusion that I have hips. And I've told you all before, I'm bigger on the top than I am on the bottom. And so these type of peplum style garments usually work for me. However, I'm not sure about the neckline here of this, and what's going on in the center front of the bodice. And so I'm not quite for certain about that. But let's read the description. It says a lightweight and easy to wear silhouette makes it the top you're sure to wear time and time again. Top features a deep V neckline with slight gathers at the shoulder yoke. Sleeve options include long sleeves with slits and a puff sleeve with elastic at the hem or the ruffle. And the sizes are 6 to 14 and 6 to 14 and 16 to 24. Again, I would really have to think about my fabric choice here and maybe do a mock-up. So we'll have to see about fabric choice and kind of think about some fabric choices before I commit to something like that. The Simplicity S9740, again, I saw a designer dress that was somewhere like $600 upwards for this dress. That is very similar to this. Mrs. Knit Dress in 2 lengths by Mimi G. Simple but never plain. This collar knit dress in 2 lengths have drop shoulder, short sleeves with top stitching and top stitching at the sleeve and the hem, and a back vent for view B. It's very simple and easy. I think it would be really great for advanced beginners. I really love that. One of the things that I love about Mimi G, like the new direction that she has been going in for the last year, she has been branching out and putting out things that are looser in silhouette. So if you look at some of her older designs, it was more very close fitting or semi-fitted bodycon or dresses and tops and pants and things of that nature. And so she has been gravitating towards, within the last year or two, more looser silhouettes for people like me who don't always like to wear really tight, form-fitting bodycon dresses and things of that nature. And so I really love that. I love the creativity, and I love that she's giving us more options and also versatility. With that said, this type of dress on my frame, I don't think it will look well. I do think that it is very fun, and then also it will offer a lot of comfort. So for those individuals who don't, like I said, don't like the bodycon type dresses, this is going to be really great for comfort and also for style. You can belt this, you can dress it up with peep toe shoes, scrappy sandals or something like that, or you can wear sneakers with them as well. And so I really, really like that about this. And I think it would be nice to give it a try and to kind of see what kind of fabrics and things of that nature would look really good with this. So the size range is 4 to 12 and 12 to 20, but there's also a plus size pattern as well. And I'll tell you the size range for that here in a moment. I just want to go ahead and look at some of the fabric suggestions just to see, like, and get an idea of some types of fabrics that we can actually play with. So the suggested fabrics for this are stretch knit fabrics only, such as double knit, interlock jersey knits, and lightweight ponte knits. So yeah, I think that this would be really fun. I would even venture to say that you could probably use a lightweight sweater knit as well. So I think that this would be really fun for people who like comfort over style, but you can also create so many different styles with this as well. I can see the vision for that. Before we go to the next one, let me go ahead and tell you the plus size pattern for that Mimi G pattern. So this pattern is the Simplicity S9741, and the plus sizes are 20W to 28W and 30W to 38W. So again, really love that the Big Four is now starting to gravitate towards those larger sizes, especially the 30W to 38W, because we haven't seen those in quite some time. They used to do them years ago, but then they had stopped for a while, and I'm really glad that they are including those 30W to 38W again. Next is the Simplicity S9744. Again, people just did not like this pattern. I can see why. However, hear me out. I'm going to go ahead and put a Banana Republic inspo pic here. I've been really liking some of the styles that Banana Republic have been putting out lately. And when I saw this dress, it reminded me of that Banana Republic dress. Now that Banana Republic dress have um, inset sleeves, whereas this one is raglan sleeves, but it still has like that same general silhouette. You could definitely create something similar to that. Now, while this pattern calls for like your cotton type fabrics, I definitely think that a charmeuse fabric or some type of silky type fabric, if you are skilled enough to be able to alter your pattern just a bit so that you can actually create something with those types of pattern or those types of fabrics, I really think that a silky type fabric or charmeuse fabric would really make this pattern beautiful and highlight the actual silhouette and the features of the pattern. So this pattern's description says dresses with half button placket, half spread collar, inverted box pleat, sleeve bands, side seam pockets, and short or long sleeve options. View A and B have self ties on the sleeves. Again, I really think that this is going to be a really great pattern if you like to play with different types of fabrics. I think a charmeuse fabric would look really great with this. Now, this pattern is calling for chambray, cotton lawns, cotton blends, dotted Swiss, eyelet fabrics, seersucker, poplar, and linen blend fabrics. So it is calling for your natural fibers, but I really think that if you just branch out a little bit and play with some fabrics, this could be really nice. This next pattern, the Simplicity S9749, also ranked really low, and I was a little bit surprised and disappointed by that as well. I could definitely see the vision for this one, especially the one with the what is that, view D, the one that doesn't have the cutout but it has like this peplum at the bottom. I really think that this would be really gorgeous, so gorgeous, in like a purple or some type of floral purple design. I really do like this. And by the way, purple or those types of colors, lavender, that is kind of like the color of the year. I think it was also the color of last year as well. But I really think that, again, with the right fabric, you can really highlight this. And then also, depending on how you style the garment is going to be key as well. So the description says that its tops in 4 styles have elastic at the shoulders, neckline, and sleeves. View B is a crop top. View C has a subtle cutout under the bust. View C and D have peplum gathers into front waistband and smocking along the back for a universally flattering and feminine fit. Again, I would definitely love to try view D and try it in a really nice floral purple type fabric, a cotton lawn or something like that. I think would be really fun. Next, we have the Simplicity S9750. This is a pattern that we have seen many times before. It's kind of like a reproduction of your classic tier gathered type dresses. And so to me, it's nothing new. You do have skirts that come in 3 different lengths. It's a pull-on skirt with tiers and pin tucks that come in 3 lengths. You have a mid-calf, a knee length, and a mini. And view C, you can purchase lace trim. Again, nothing really new. You do have several different patterns throughout the big 4 that we are seeing that is similar to this and probably still in production. And so I don't necessarily think that we need a pattern like this. However, for those individuals who are beginners, who are unaware of some of the patterns that's out there, putting these types of releases out, these re-releases, is really great for those individuals who are looking for patterns like this. However, again, it's nothing new. It's just our basic gather skirt. Simplicity S9758. I am always happy to see a men's pattern in our collection because we have so few of them. And with this one, it is by Norris Dr. Ford. And I think this is the first time seeing his actual name on the pattern instead of Mimi G's name on the pattern, which I am really excited for. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I think this is the first time that I'm actually seeing his name on the pattern, which is really nice to always give someone who designed their own patterns, give them their flowers. And so I'm really happy about that. This is a relaxed fit button front shirt that have convertible collar, front pocket, side slits, back yoke, and long or short sleeves. Pull on shorts and 2 lengths. You have elastic for your waistband and a drawstring tie and pockets. So I really like this. It's really fun for to sew for men or people who actually like these types of styles. And I am really excited to see that Norris is having his pattern showcase in simplicity. So if you're not familiar with the Know Me patterns, this is a new brand that is launched under Mimi G with designers in the sewing community, and Norris Dr. Ford is one of them. And so he does have patterns over on the Know Me and the Know Me brand, but it is just nice to see that he actually is having his name on Patterns in Simplicity as well. So always happy to see designers get their credit and their flowers. So the next pattern is the Simplicity S9754. So this is a Mimi G pattern. Again, I really like that she is branching out and she is including more looser silhouettes. I feel like that is something that is needed from her, and I'm really happy to see that. You have a cargo pants, and you also have a racer back top, which is really nice. So you have 2 different variations of a knit top. So the description says it's a comfy, effortless style. Racer back style knit tops are cropped and have center front zip or slit opening at the neckline. So you can choose between the zipper or the slit. And the cargo pants have a button fly closure and oversized pockets. So I'm not quite for certain about the racer back top, just because it's just not my style. But the cargo pants look fun, and I would be willing to give them a try. I just have to think about some type of fabric that I actually would use for these pants. I think I would go with like a floral design or something like a bold type print, just because they are basic. So the pants are pretty basic with very few details, and so you can definitely choose a print that can highlight your style instead of focusing on details, because there's not that many details. So if you have a lot of details in your pattern, obviously you want to choose like a fabric that is more subtle. But here we don't have a lot of features or details, and so I would definitely choose something that is more bold or bright or something like that, which Mimi G, she chose this really bright purple, and like I said, purple is one of the colors of the year, and so I really like that choice that she made there. So the size range for that pattern is 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. Next, we have the Simplicity S9753. I'm going to be honest, I do not like this pattern. Again, I don't like saying no to patterns. I like to try to give patterns a try, even do a mock-up and see what they look like before I absolutely say no to the design. But this pattern here, it's not doing it for me, especially views B and C with the pleat at the front. It's just not doing it for me. I would be willing to give view A a try, but that that front pleat is just throwing me. So the pattern description says chic trouser pants have front pleats and contour waistband. Pants feature fly front zipper closure, side seam pockets, back darts, and single welt pocket. So yeah, for me, it's views B and C that just don't do it for me. I am willing to, like I said, give wide leg pants a try, but this particular pattern is just not my style, and I won't be purchasing that one. Simplicity S9738 is your classic 1950s vintage dress, and it reminds me of the sundress pattern. Which number is that? So it reminds me of that Simplicity S9742 and 43 a little bit. But yeah, this is a vintage style pattern. The description says it's flattering. It's a flattering vintage princess style dress that flares out from the waistline and features narrow shoulder ties. The upper bodice edge is notched at center front seam. View B features contrasting shoulder ties and bodice trim. The little jacket, the little pert jacket, has a small round collar and three-quarter length kimono sleeves that can be worn pushed up. So I think this is fun for people who really like to get into vintage styles. Not my cup of tea. However, the sundress is kind of a classic, sundress silhouette with your fitted bodice and your straps. And so it's really something that has that fitted classic look with the ties. It's something that just has been extending through many different decades and also through different eras. So I can see that being worn even today as well. So the next pattern is another vintage style pattern, the Simplicity S9739. Now, when I first looked at this pattern, I was thinking immediately no, but when I started looking at the features of the pattern and then also reading the description of the pattern, I thought, hey, this cannot be any more beginner friendly. It's just your one panel pattern piece that wraps into a skirt or a maxi dress or a wrap dress or whatever, which I think is really fun. It says that it's a wrap dress and jumper, simple to sew and come in 2 lengths. The vintage top stitched back wrap dress and jumpers are without side seams, have a belt crossed in front and tied in back, and have ties at the end and at the back neck. So, yeah, it's basically almost like an apron. It's basically a one pattern piece, and you're using, I believe, bias binding or something like that for your ties. And so it's a one pattern piece type of deal here. You might have to do 2 pattern pieces because there is a pocket on the front, but it's similar to an apron and it just kind of ties around. And I think it's really fun for people who don't want to do a lot of sewing, but want to make a dress. It looks kind of odd when you're first looking at it, and it looks like, oh, that's not something for me. But I can definitely see making something like that for or teaching a beginner how to sew with that pattern, which is really fun. And then lastly, the Simplicity S9759 is an easy to sew children's, teen, and adult hoodie. It's a pullover hoodie with kangaroo pockets. It's saying that it is easy to sew. It has self ties, sleeve bands, and side slits. And view C has ties at the hem. So I really like this because it's a family pattern. And so sometimes you want to do like those matchy outfits with your children or with your spouse. And so I really like it for that reason. And it's pretty easy to sew. It's just a pullover hoodie. It's nothing, fancy or new about it, but it is something that is really fun to sew. And I really do like encouraging people to sew for family members as well. So really like that about the pattern. So as always, I don't really give too much commentary on costumes or children's because I don't really sew with those patterns all that often. Thank you all for tuning in today. If you are thinking about purchasing any of these patterns, make sure that you leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what pattern you love the most and what pattern you just was like, no, I just absolutely cannot buy that pattern. I don't care what commentary you leave. For me, T, I am not going to buy that pattern. So, and there is no love lost. We all have our preferences and our likes and our dislikes, and that is really okay. I will not be mad, trust me. But also, I just love to hear from you. I love to hear what your thoughts are. I love to hear what you're sewing. I love to hear, all of those good things that are related to sewing, and also just love to hear about your progress as well. So yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about this collection and if you will be purchasing anything from this collection. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And if you have any other comments or questions or anything like that for me, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. I can't wait to hear from you, and I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week. And until next time, stay creative, my friends. Bye.